I don't know why I keep finding these videos about like, why is it so hot inside my room? Oh my God. But no, I don't know why I keep finding these videos of like, of people like, where are these people now? You feel me? But sometimes they interest me. They pique my interest, so I'm gonna watch it. We got, where are the industry plants today? There's a lot of industry plants. We gotta really know. Four Bats, you know what I'm saying? He's still coming up. Shout out Four Bats, but the old industry plants, you know what I'm saying?
Era of industry plants blatantly stealing authentic artist style and persona.
Yo, it's hot as fuck.
Hold on, in the music industry. But fast forward to today, and where many of them are now is quite shocking. Some are horrendously down bad, while others have become superstars, leading to the question, where are these industry plants now, and what happened to them? I'm Rashad Bashir, and this is Industry Plants, Where Are They Now?
What the hell did he say his name
but
was?
Before we talk about each industry plant, we have to define the term.
After Final Fantasy, we gonna watch the Hello Kitty video.
Are artists who sign early in their careers and have their image mostly created by the label as some sort of marketing gimmick.
Why do you sound so low?
That they're an independent artist, or in other words, to the average music fan, a fraud.
Okay.
The first industry plant on this list is the infamous Baby Goth. And before talking about where she's today,
I think I remember watching a video about industry plants, and I remember her.
Appeared on the SoundCloud rap scene, and I mean randomly. Her first moment in the public rap spotlight.
Hell no.
She appeared on Trippie Redd's album as a feature. Then her first song dropped, Swimming, featuring Lil Xan and Trippie Redd. For any other emo rap artist, this would be great. However,
I hate emo rap so much, bro.
So it was clear.
I'm sorry, that should be corny to me.
Your first ever song on Trippie Redd's album. But at the time, being an industry plant was a relatively new concept. So as crazy as it sounds, it wasn't obvious to all the fans. However, this would all change soon, when fans would start to notice some pretty fishy details. Okay. Specifically one fan.
What's good? Welcome back, Video Game Go.
Red flags. For starters, he noticed that despite having so many mainstream features, Baby Goth had very...
He looks so familiar, bro. He kind of look... I don't know what he looks like. He looks like the Home Alone kid mixed up with that one nigga from the It movie. I don't know.
Distant social media followers.
Or maybe like Harry.
One song.
Harry Osborn.
Lil Xan
Hell
and
no.
Trippie Redd, and also that she featured on Trippie's album before her song even came out, should set off a fuck ton of red flags.
For sure. Followers on Twitter.
He was really thinking. He was thinking back in the day when niggas wasn't thinking though.
60,000 followers, especially since she only had one song, right? Well, Progress and the other fans were correct, because what Baby Goth was showing the world wasn't the whole truth, not even a lick of it. It turned out that Baby Goth had an entire past that only she and her label knew about at the time that they were trying to cover up. How was this exposed?
What happened?
Well, the YouTuber Progress found that Baby Goth had edited out a name of an old song of hers in an Instagram post.
I also found it weird that since taking that screenshot, she has now edited out that she ever had a different song in that caption. And so
why does he even just know that though? Like,
he did some
federal ass
and what
nigga.
He found was quite shocking.
Shit.
Baby Goth was not always Baby Goth. In fact, for most of her life, she was a singer named Bria Bueno, who turned out had a ton of songs. Except it was her in the years prior, where she had dressed like a princess, the music was completely different, and most importantly, she was getting no plays. It was obvious she wasn't blowing up from that old music and wasn't a SoundCloud rapper like she claimed. She definitely wasn't big enough for a record company to sign her. In fact, it turned out she was raising money on a GoFundMe site to raise money for her music career, saying, "Please make my dreams come true," explaining she needed...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It be so corny to me and cringy when I be seeing niggas making GoFundMe talking about like, please help me do this. I'm going to become this. Give me my dreams. Some niggas are fighting for their dreams right now, bro, and they don't be making these goddamn GoFundMes, nigga. Lock in. What you mean? Help me get my dream, nigga. Nigga, you help yourself, bro. What you mean?
Production for the EP,
hell no.
Expenses and hotel
talk about help me get my
for
dream.
Her husband and son. Yep, you heard me right. She has a husband and son. However, she didn't raise enough money, falling short by $10,000.
You think so?
Likely had to give up on
I don't even know who gave her $320 though.
Pretty sad.
That's insane.
And it was clear from this that Baby Goth was told to cover up her past and then create an image where she would show face tattoos, guts, and be edgy/emo. So that's who she actually was. But if it wasn't how she actually got to fund her music career, what was it? Because just getting some face tats...
Okay, pause real quick though. What happened to the father and the son? Did she just like abandon them? Did she just like eviscerate them from the earth? Or like, was she still married to them while doing this like little persona of like Baby Goth? That's my question.
Doesn't fund your career, It doesn't get you random cosigns from large SoundCloud rappers, and it definitely doesn't get you signed. Well, in an interview with No Jumper, Baby Goth did reveal some more facts, although very muddy, about how she did get her start in the industry.
So, I mean, for a while I was just like building my following up on Instagram, so it would be like ready when I release music. And then I was just doing like covers. Hitway found me on the Explore page.
My mom had to
Explain
make a
who Hitway
GoFundMe
is
for
for
my
people at
uncle
home.
who needed to
They're
pay
my
hospital
production.
bills because he
But
had
it
a
just
stroke
didn't
and
make
we
that much
didn't get
sense.
lots of money.
She explained that she was doing covers and got flown out.
Because he was a wannabe rap. What? He had a stroke and we didn't get lots of money because a wannabe rapper. Who was a wannabe rapper though? The sentence wasn't. It ain't making sense too much.
They told her she reminded them of Trippie Redd, which doesn't really resemble her at all in any way. I mean, look at her. But Adam22 also asked her about her industry connections.
A random person.
How do you just get a Trippie Redd and Lil Xan feature? Keep in mind, Lil Xan was very big at the time. So she explained that her and Trippie
That
had the
still
same
doesn't
audio
fix
engineer,
the sentence.
So, okay, so me and Trippie have the same audio engineer.
and her manager just knew Xan. So it's safe to say this did not clear the air at all. However, the recording group who got her signed and management did, even if it was by accident. You see, after the YouTuber Progress made a video on Baby Goth, they falsely striked the YouTuber Progress's video and started threatening him, which I won't go into here. However, they did agree to some calls, where we learned some pretty shocking information. First, they admitted that they had intentionally covered up Baby Goth's past.
And because of that, the label was upset that I let that out.
She does have kids. It's obviously people know that. But the label.
Well, how y'all gonna be mad at this nigga for being federal as shit? What? Well, I'm so confused. Be for real.
I don't really understand why, but it can hurt people's view first. So
The fuck was that?
we're waiting until after she drops her movie, which is next month, to come out with that. So it's just like it messed up timing of a lot of stuff, and like the label, like Republic is super mad about it.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Then
This
I
was
was
cool,
not
but it was
listening
more of
to
an
what the
admission of
fuck she
jokes.
was
What
saying,
came
bro.
next was pretty shocking. The first thing the manager said was that Baby Goth had absolutely no personality, so he had to come up with a fictitious persona himself. And although I think he did a pretty bad job, it definitely worked, and this was his reasoning.
Them Air Forces are
Baby Goth,
hideous.
right? All right. That's the real story, right? At the end of the day, a lot of these artists are not what you think they are, right?
Wow, really?
You know? Baby
A
Goth
random
talks
person
about
was a
all this
wannabe rapper,
cool
so he
stuff
basically
and
got no donations.
women's rights
Okay,
laws,
because they donated to a random person that wanted to be a
First thing I
rapper.
did, because I know the bitch like a
Damn.
potato. She has no personality.
That's crazy.
Since a person can't speak,
That's
you
not
gotta
funny,
make
but
it
still,
look cool, right?
fuck.
So we get
Shit.
a cool name, right?
Sorry that
She
happened,
done
man.
goth, but
You gotta
goth
be your
baby's popular, so
generational
we
op or
like,
something.
let's do the goth thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, and she talks like a baby, so I put Baby Goth together, right? So that's how I came up with the name at the end of the day, right? And then what we did was, it was easy. All we had to do, get face tats, because all these artists got face tats, right? So you build an aesthetic, you build a brand, right? So when she
So you telling me this nigga was in the fucking My Character Studios building a whole fake personality for this woman because she deadass did not have a personality. She was a fucking Sims character. That is insane. That is genuinely insane to think about. This nigga was in fucking, he was in character customization for a long ass time too, bro. Fuck.
office.
How
She
lame
looks
do you
good.
have to be to be
mean,
fucking
that's-
to like
that's all
have to
labels
have
want.
And in the
another
end, she
human
admitted Baby
create
Goth's
your
music
whole
was
aesthetic?
trash. But that wasn't the point.
That's so
he just
lame.
wanted to finesse the label.
Super
and if we're
lame.
being honest, he did. So props to this guy. This was very interesting, as it was an inside view on what went on behind these management's heads and their thought processes. With Baby Goth, it was frightening. It was clear she was just a lick to this guy. He had no interest in ever helping her career, but rather to collect a percentage of a record deal, use the rest to promote her career, and when the money ran out, have her kick rocks. If you'd like to know the full details, go watch the full video by Progress. I mean, this guy pulled up her marriage documents, did a call with her management, and fact
Listen. That's cool, but like, my dog, I do not give a fuck about this federal shit, bro. I just wanted to know what happened to her after, bro. That's it, bro. This nigga pulling up her goddamn
checked every
divorce
minute detail
statements,
she
her
lied
marriage
about.
statements,
He didn't
all of
just
that
catch her
shit.
in 4K.
Hell
He caught her
no,
in, like,
bro.
40K. It was insane.
I don't care
do
that
believe
much.
He went too far though. At some point,
I don't care that much.
But this was just the half of it. What happened afterward to Baby Goth was even worse. After this debauchery of her being exposed, she was still connected with Wiz Khalifa. She got a Genius video, She dropped
A
a song with Slim
Genius
Jimmy,
video?
but it was all too
Who the
late.
fuck is
To
Slim
fans,
Jimmy?
Baby Goth was a fraud. And worse, everyone started agreeing her music was trash. Later, she would post screenshots as a cry for help, basically admitting she was depressed. And it was clearly because her music career had not gone the way she thought it would, which I can't
You don't
help
have
but
to
feel bad
replay
for.
the message.
But
I seen it in
still
chat.
2019. What happened after that? From 2020 and beyond, Baby Goth just fell off of a cliff. She didn't post at all. However, in 2022,
Okay. I feel like you could word that a little bit better. You could definitely word that a little bit better. You talk about she just fell off a cliff. You was talking about she was depressed. You mean like fell off type shit?
she did return with an announcement saying, "After 2 years, I'm finally dropping. Thank you to everyone who stuck with
Finally?
me throughout my absence."
What you mean
I've gone
finally?
through so
Somebody
much."
was waiting
And
for
it
it?
seemed like she actually was going to drop music. Because
Okay.
in another post, she wrote, "Run up the comments, show my label how y'all are ready for this music. Swipe to hear a moment from one of my new songs." Unfortunately, no music ever came.
No,
and after that,
I ain't
it
gonna
was
lie. I
pretty
don't
clear
think
what had
anybody
happened.
really cared
It seems
that
like
much.
after the catastrophe of a career,
She talk
she
about
had,
swipe to see
2019,
my
Baby
sneak
Goth was
peeks
shelved
for
by
the
a label.
music.
What does that mean?
Nah,
Well,
we
it's
good.
a fate worse than being dropped by a label. Being shelved by a label means they know they will never get their return on their investment. However, they want to be sure of that and don't want to let the artist they signed go free and become successful, even if there's a small chance. So they shelve the artist and let them rot. That's what happened to Baby Goth. But wait, it somehow got even worse. In 2022, her YouTube channel was hacked and her label didn't even care enough to get it back. That same year, she tried to assure her fans new music would drop once again.
That's insane.
Writing, "Please bear with me while my
That's
amazing team
insane.
gets my..."
Is there a possible way for you to get dropped without them shelving you? Like, what the fuck? How is that even fair? That's some bullshit.
YouTube channel unhacked. Mad Together music video is ready and waiting for you. Debut album coming this year. Still no music. And later on, it became clear her label had been the ones who quote unquote hacked Baby Goth's page. They had essentially repurposed it for their other artists. It was obvious the label was actually trying to cover up her career because it looked bad. So much so that her music video with Trippie Redd, Swimming, was deleted. And if 2022 couldn't get any worse, at the end of the year, she got into a car accident. And after all of that, she went on a 2-year hiatus again. And at that point, can you even blame her? But it's 2024 right now. What is she doing currently? Well, you may or may not be pleased to know she is really active right now, except not in the way you think. In 2024,
So what happened?
She's been posting multiple times per week since the beginning of the year. However, it's not to promote her music, but her new exclusive content. Wink, wink, cop.
Oh, I got you. I had a little bit of like a thought of that,
which is pretty
maybe.
sad. It's a classic case of what happens to naive people who think they can make it into showbiz just to have to turn to some pretty disgusting things to make their ends meet. And if you're curious, just check out her Instagram.
Okay, I don't think it's that serious though. I mean, she's probably doing good. It's not that serious. Holy shit. It's pretty sad that they gotta go to these lengths to be posting this disgusting shit, nigga. If she's making her money, she's not hurting nobody. Hey, fuck it. God damn, calm the fuck down. Some of these niggas is literally robbing and killing niggas, bro. You do not give a fuck though.
Overall, Baby Goth
What
has
the
one of
hell?
the saddest industry plan stories.
Chillax.
It's a lesson to everyone, and her story shows that being disingenuous is literally one of the worst things that you can do to your career, no matter what you're
True,
in.
very
However,
true.
This isn't always the case.
Very
because
true.
This next artist was just as much, if not more, disingenuous than Baby Goth. However, their results.
Kid
were much
Laroi?
better. And that is the Kid Laroi. But before we
See,
talk
I
about
knew I hated this nigga. Just something in my bones. I didn't even know he was an industry plant, but something in my bones made me not like Kid Laroi, bro. I don't know.
Today, how was he exposed as an industry plant? Let me take you back to 2019, where most fans of rap, including myself, discovered the Kid Laroi through his Lyrical Lemonade song called Let Her Go, which got millions of views on YouTube, followed by his song with Lil Tecca, Diva, that would also get millions of views. If you listen to the music, it was clear the Kid Laroi was going to be another one of those artists who got a Lyrical Lemonade video to blow up. I mean, he was even featured on songs with some, like
God
Tecca.
damn.
At the time, the Kid Laroi was a teenage rapper who's working with artists like Lil Skies and had connections to Juice WRLD, but it didn't take long for fans to find some other details. At
Fit
first,
sorry
it
as
wasn't that
fuck,
much. Fans
boy,
found
too.
that Laroi was signed under Columbia
Hell
Records,
no.
and Lil Bibby, who Juice WRLD was also signed to. They figured Bibby had made some calls and got Laroi a video on Lyrical Lemonade, as Cole Bennett listened to Lil Bibby growing up, and that's honestly how Juice WRLD got his music videos. So to be honest, it wasn't really a big deal. And after fans found more interviews of Bibby, it was clear that was what happened.
This Australian kid I'm very excited about. I think.
How do you end up with an Australian kid?
I heard his music and That shit just blew me away. I've been trying
It
to sign it
cannot
for a
have
whole
been
year.
that far. I'm sorry, bro.
Everybody
His
was
music
on it,
cannot have
but
been
we
that
got it,
far, my
and
nigga.
now we
You
gotta
dick
put it
riding.
So end of story.
Majorly.
Closed case, right? Nope. Because one fact wouldn't slip past a very diligent fan. A man named Hello Yassine, who despite this story, said something about a teenager from Australia reaching Lil Bibby was very fishy. Very, very fishy.
Okay.
On top of that, prior to signing to Lil Bibby, Leroy had an EP called 14 with a Dream, which was made with high quality equipment, good producers, and
14 with a
So Yassine
dream.
thought,
Hell
how
no.
did the kid Leroy
You
get
know
from
that
being
shit is
nobody
ass, though.
to
Come
having
on.
all these people produce
type
him
of- who
and get
makes
signed?
something
There's
like that?
something
14
missing
with
in
a
the middle of
dream.
the story. Leroy had also repeatedly claimed he was dirt
I don't
poor,
give a
so
fuck
that
that
wasn't
I'm
adding up
hating.
either. But there wasn't anything to confirm Yassine's suspicions, so he just kept his eyes peeled. And eventually, he found something. It was a short clip from a No Jumper interview that Leroy had quickly brushed past. Most fans thought nothing of it, and it was a question about Leroy's origin.
I
Okay.
posted a video, and this guy locally in Sydney was like, "Oh, I have a studio. Come through, like, you know, you can use it for free whenever you want. Like, you know, we got producers here."
Like what?
Yassine realized this was key, and the fact that Leroy brushed past it so fast only furthered his suspicions. He didn't buy the fact that teenage Leroy was making all his music himself, because behind
Okay.
every young musician, there's always an older figure who built them as a talent and taught them
Why
the
was
game.
he just
Think
getting
Chief
like
Keef
hugged and
DJ
shit
Khaled,
like
or
that?
any other
Okay.
younger rapper. This prompted Yassine to go digging and go down an insane rabbit hole. And what he found was probably the craziest information he could have found, and will definitely go down as one of the greatest rap exposés in the past 5 years, or even 10 years. So what was it? Yassine found that Leroy had been taken under the wing of a guy named Marcus at a young age. Marcus
Who
would
the
throw
fuck
parties,
is
DJ,
Marcus?
produce, and he met the kid Leroy. in
Who the fuck
2015.
is
Now,
Marcus,
bear with me,
nigga?
because things are about to get very interesting. Leroy messaged Marcus at first, but he was ignored. So he used a girl to message Marcus and get Marcus's attention, which Yassine later showed was one of Leroy's go-to strategies for getting his foot in the door. This also proved he lied in
That's smart as fuck. I can't even be mad. That's smart as fuck. Niggas fold instantly when it comes to women, like on some bullshit. Niggas got no integrity. Hey, what's good? Hey, okay, listen, now that I got your attention, bro, listen to my music real quick, bro. You sorry as fuck,
a
boy.
Jumper interview
Come on.
because he hadn't posted a video and got discovered. He had to message Marcus multiple times and even finesse him to get a chance. But after finally linking up, Marcus allowed Leroy to perform. Marcus realized Leroy was talented and saw a lot of potential in him, and decided he would take Leroy under his wing. From then on, Leroy and Marcus became best friends. He called
Okay.
Leroy his artist, and every weekend Leroy would come to Marcus's house and record music with them. He'd eat, sleep, and record there. But that wasn't all.
Okay.
Marcus
Nigga got a
also
home and
single-handedly
all of that,
was
bro. An
responsible
amazing
for shaping
shelter.
Marcus' sound. At the time, Leroy only knew how to rap and wanted to rap. However, Marcus realized that rap music was changing, and it wasn't going towards lyrical rap, but a more melodic style of rap. So as the big brother figure he was, he taught Leroy how to use autotune and make melodic music so
Hell
he could
no.
succeed. Leroy was very against it, but he tried it out and it was a huge success. Marcus was even going as far to write music for Leroy. At that point, he was so invested that he had taken a year off after high school solely to develop Leroy. On top of that, he changed his Instagram name from his DJ name to their group name, and Leroy also wasn't
Dream
okay with the
Team.
idea of Marcus rapping with others. So
Dreams
Marcus
Team.
only worked with Leroy.
What?
It was safe to say Marcus had put all his chips in and was willing to put it all on the line for Leroy's career.
Okay,
And in
he was dick
2016,
riding.
It looked like
Got
this
you,
was all
got
about
you.
to pay off. That year, a man named DJ Ziggy gave Leroy and Marcus an opportunity to perform at a radio show in Sydney, one of Australia's major cities, where they not only performed, but also met a Sony label executive. DJ Ziggy was a DJ, of course, and a manager as well. And Yassine did later find that Ziggy did manage Leroy for a short period of time, however unknown when. So after the meetings they had with Sony, which seemed very promising, Marcus had to go back to his family. Remember, he took a year off after high school just to develop Leroy. So he had to explain to his family that things were finally going to
But
work
who
out.
the
Marcus
fuck
thought
is
that
Marcus,
Leroy
though?
was going to go back home with them. However, Leroy's mother explained they were going to stay for a bit longer.
The
Marcus
nigga,
then
right?
asked her
But,
how
like-
they were going to put music out as a duo, and she said, "Don't worry about it. You would just record the vocals and send them to Marcus." Okay, great. So Marcus thought it was all good and left. 2 months passed. Marcus didn't hear from him. Did Leroy stop recording music? Probably not. So what happened? At some point in Sydney, the
They
Sony
switched up
executives
on this
took Leroy
nigga.
aside and told him he didn't need Marcus. He was the star. He was the talent.
They
And he
didn't
should
need-
ditch
he
Marcus
switched
and
up
become a
on
solo.
Marcus.
Of course, his mother agreed. After all, Sony had better producers, engineers, better everything. Period. Marcus couldn't even come close. So why not just cut him out of the picture altogether? Why split the fame, money, and all your success with someone who wasn't essential? I mean, all he did was be one of the sole reasons you're even in this position in the first place, right? It's not a big deal. And I guess you can't really blame Leroy and his mother. They were in a very interesting position, but the lack of loyalty was pretty messed up. They couldn't even make him Leroy's DJ. So Leroy had just used Marcus as a stepping stone and left him behind. With his new people at Sony.
The thing is, that happens with a lot of like a rap game music artists, you know what I'm saying? But fuck. This nigga basically like got him out the gutters and he's just switched up. But I can't even be mad at that because everyone does that. Not everyone, but usually that happens in the rap game.
14 with the Dream
I don't want to say the rap game because this nigga don't even really rap, but whatever.
By the way, he ditched Sony too once he got introduced to Lil Baby, which I just thought was kind of funny. But what's even worse is they didn't tell Marcus any of this. They just sold Marcus the dream and lied that he was going to be a part of everything. 6 months went by and Marcus heard nothing from them. While Leroy was recording music every day, Marcus was praying that he would hear back a reply from Leroy and his mom. He got nothing. At the time, he still thought they were a group act. So one day, he had enough and decided to rap himself and put out a solo song. And that's when he finally got a response. Leroy's mother hit him up and was furious, commanding him to take down the song and video because Leroy wasn't in it. And now that he had done what he had just done—
Get the fuck out of here. What you mean? What you mean take down the song? Bro, I would have been like, yo, shut your bitch ass up, bro. Come on.
Had to take down everything.
No, I'm not finna call your friend.
Their lawyers were going to force him.
I'm not finna do that.
Although she had no legal grounds.
And let's not put your friend's phone numbers in the chat either. You know what I'm saying?
All this got erased.
What the hell?
At this point, Leroy was already signed, and him and his mother were getting money from Sony. So Marcus was no longer needed. Ziggy was the new Marcus, and Leroy decided he would just lie that he had done everything himself until then.
That is insane.
Leroy was just a kid who was acting in his best interest.
Nah, his mama carried his ass. That's what it was.
2 or 3 years was just, I want to get a video with Cole. So
this was some pretty crazy information. It proved that Leroy had faked his origin story and basically lied to everyone. However, it wasn't everything. And I guess Leroy and his team realized they already looked really bad, so they had to put a stop to it before things really got out of hand. Their plan of action was to do the same thing they had done to Marcus, but to Yassine. Erase him from the internet. Days after Yassine's video had been posted and got a decent amount of traction, Leroy's label issued a copyright strike taking down Yassine's video forcefully, and it was falsely issued. Afterwards, Leroy's main producer at the time, Han, was sent to scare Yassine. Han threatened Yassine, first by saying, "Lol, he doesn't care about it. I care though. You're putting out false information with no real evidence." He then told Yassine to be careful. It's cool if you want to keep deleting my comments, but be careful what you say on future videos because there's a difference.
Why would anybody be scared of this nigga? Threatened by him? What the fuck?
Police force, aka
no, like deadass. Why would anybody be scared of this nigga?
Because they just went even harder. Years later, this is also pretty funny because Han and the Kid Leroy fell out after the Kid Leroy dropped Lil Baby as a manager. So I wonder what he thinks today. And taking down Yassine's video turned out to be a huge blunder. It totally backfired because not only did Yassine now go much harder, fans would start to turn their backs on Leroy in numbers.
I was finding out about everything. It just seemed like industry plan-ish.
So Yassine went
industry plant-ish? No, he is an industry plant. What the fuck you mean?
Became an industry plant. This time, he found a lot about Leroy's family background. Remember when I said Leroy was supposedly poor? Well, I guess this was emphasized too much, and Yassine realized something was up, as they had even filmed a no jumper vlog where Leroy would supposedly show off his hood, except when you look at the comments, they're all
the ghettos of Australia. What the fuck? Nigga, stop playing, bro. Stop, get the fuck out of here, bro. That shouldn't even be in a sentence together.
Clowning what the fuck? First off, Yassine found out that the Kid Leroy's mother used to manage Scott Kane, who was pretty big back in the day. She also seemed to be a big fan of the Kardashians and idolized Kris Jenner, which explained why she was so on board with the Leroy going all in on his music career. He found a lot more about her, but I'm going to leave it.
We're watching what happened to industry plants.
Out of respect for Leroy and his mother. However, what I just told you about his mother doesn't prove Leroy was rich, right? Just that his mother had big industry connections. But everyone doesn't just have a mother. They also have a father. And something about Leroy Yassine found was that he would never mention his father. Why? What about him? Do they not have a relationship? Well, it was because his father was the definition of someone massive in the music industry. His father had worked with Jay-Z, Nelly, Fat Joe, and more. If you don't know, those are some of the biggest rappers.
Snow
from the
bunnies,
2000s.
what are you
And his
talking
father was
about?
definitely a very wealthy man. But hey, maybe his father wasn't in Leroy's life, right? Nope. Leroy was very close to his father, and he went to a private Catholic school definitely paid for by his father. Yassine even...
This boy was talking about being in the struggles, the ghettos of Australia. This nigga went to a private Catholic school. Amazing childhood. Amazing upbringing. He could have went to college and he would have still been good too, bro. My dog. What? Oh my God.
That Leroy's dad owned a boat. On top of that, Leroy's father
with
was
Legend of
constantly
Korra. I've
sharing
never
posts
watched it,
showing
but it
love to
seems
Leroy.
cool.
And the kid Leroy could play guitar. Who taught him? His father. But to be honest, his father just wanted the best for his child. He was probably on board with the idea of not being mentioned for the sake of Leroy's career, understanding how crucial the rags to riches story was in Leroy's blow up.
Like, that is so
where is the
corny,
kid Leroy
though.
now? Well, after getting signed to Bibby, Leroy was touted as Juice WRLD's protege, and after his passing, the second coming of Juice,
Who's saying that? Who's saying that? No. Who's saying that? Let me meet him face to face. Please. Who is saying that Kid Leroy is the second coming of Juice? My nigga, take them off the earth. Send them to Mars, nigga. Send them to Mars. Do something, bro. No. People like that shouldn't have a free will. I don't care. What? The second coming of Juice? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
Sure, the Kid Leroy has become huge today, but while he was pursuing the emo rap track, Juice WRLD fans hated him with a passion. The reason? Because it was blatantly obvious that the Kid Leroy was an industry plant and that Juice WRLD's ex-label and management were attempting to turn him into another cash cow, just like Juice WRLD. The Juice WRLD fans really hated him, openly admitting to it, saying things like, just don't like how they pushing out of him, he's not all that. And I think his music is alright. Like, he just isn't on Juice's level and shouldn't be on songs with Juice.
Why did he put the moaning emoji, though?
Afterwards, Leroy ditched Lil Bibby in grade A, likely over how large of a cut they take from their artists. Then, Leroy became managed by Scooter Braun, who famously manages Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Dropped a single Stay featuring Justin Bieber, went #1 on Billboard, went #3 on Billboard with Miley Cyrus, and was also nominated for not 1, not 2, not 3, but 60 music awards, 2 of which being the Grammys, and won about 16. And he's only 20 years old. So it's safe to say the Kid Leroy is not a failed industry. He's a successful superstar who's managed to...
What? Bro, for that one song, you telling me they gave him all that fame?
Come out on top.
For that
and
one
really
song?
How tough it really is to make it in the music industry, as his story isn't fully over either. However, this sort of picture-perfect story doesn't always happen. In fact,
that genuinely surprises me.
No clear
servers are back up for Fortnite, for real?
Who at
they
one
back?
point was the poster child for industry plants, and where he is today is pretty sad. But of course, before we speak about his current situation, how did he...
Are you finna give me an ad, my nigga? Are you finna give me an ad? I hope you're not finna give me an ad.
He even get exposed as an industry plant in the first place. Jumex started blowing up in 2019 after his hit song Loner, and when one song randomly started blowing up out of nowhere, it was very apparent something fishy was going on behind the scenes. So once again, Progress, the same YouTuber that exposed...
Holy shit, this nigga is a
and
fed.
he showed that Jumex not only had 100 subscribers and just randomly got hundreds of thousands of views, which after watching the video and, you know, hearing the song, obviously it didn't happen organically.
If you look back on Jumex's actual stats that came from last year as provided by Social Blade, you'll be able to see that he didn't really have any subscriber growth or even that many views that got accumulated in the span of from like the past March or whatever.
He was losing hella.
It shows that he had roughly 100 subscribers gained in the entire like last 9 months. Up until before the music video had dropped.
He then showed that the way the views were being processed was not normal.
One point was actually getting less than 700 views on its worst day. Then the most noticeably weird section is right here, where it shows that his video was getting less and less views for about 4 days straight, going all the way down to only 31K in a day, to then, boom, out of nowhere, 102,000 views the next day.
It was clear Jumex was viewbotting.
Now, there's 2 things that could obviously be able to make him get that many views.
Yo,
One
this
being that
nigga
he got
deadass
promoted,
was the
which is
federal,
confirmed, but in
like
a
the
way
most
that's a little bit
federal
different that I'll
channel
go into more
of this
detail later.
time.
And then there's also the possibility of sub-botting or view-botting. We may not have full evidence, obviously, of him view-botting on the YouTube video, although it's pretty compelling when his views were massively skyrocketing, then dropping really low.
Progress then proved that Jumex's SoundCloud statistics were literally impossible. This is what the like and repost
literally impossible is
Right here
insane,
you can
my
see
nigga.
that his song Trapped had 3.2 million plays, which is an insane number. But what's wrong with that? Well, just look at the interactions. Less than 10,000 likes and less than 700 reposts? What?
But that wasn't all. Progress also looked into the music video for Loner. There were 3 executive directors, a whole set team, which takes tens of thousands of dollars. Later, he was given a DJ Snake cosign, who by the way is one of the biggest DJs in the world. Why would DJ Snake mess with a random rapper that's supposed to be unknown?
One of the people Jumex got shouted
Bro,
out
I ain't
by-
gonna lie, bro. If he could spend this much money, or whoever could spend this much money on him, he just needs to go to college, get a good degree, bro. Get a good job, have a good life. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be this emo fucking rapper, bro. And you see how we're like keep going through this like same little emo rapper thing, like Baby Goth, fucking Kid Laroi, and this nigga. They're all like emo rappers. This is probably why I don't like it, bro. Cause niggas make emo rapping so corny, bro. It's so corny now. So corny.
I was
Holy
DJ
shit.
Snake, one of the biggest producers in the entire world. How the fuck does DJ Snake know who Jumex?
So after all of this, it was pretty clear he was an industry
Damn.
fan. I mean, all you really had to do was look at his music. His song Loner was a cookie cutter scream rap song where he starts yelling in an emotional voice. He essentially said, "This was popular, let me copy that." But something I didn't mention
is so
earlier
corny.
was the music video was
So
directed by
fucking corny.
ex-Odd Future member Taco, who was pretty up there in the music industry. And it was released by a record label. So how did Jumex get there? What was the
Nigga,
explanation?
his
for
money,
that?
bro.
Well, Progress
He's
found
grew
that
up
out
from
as
a
well.
good
Jumex's
family,
old
that's
music
it.
was just Walmart, Lil Peep, and XXXTentacion music.
And he also did rebrand his name from being Lil Jumex to Jumex.
But in high school, he went viral while smoking in class and yelling World Star. This would catch the attention of a man named Brad Scoffern. Who was he? Well, Brad was Tyler, the Creator's old tour manager and the operating manager of Golf, Tyler, the Creator's clothing brand. He also works at Cam Flogna, and he's pretty high up there. So I guess it wasn't a coincidence that Trapped by Jumex was being played at Camp Flogna, which is Tyler, the Creator and Odd Future's yearly festival. So Brad had watched Jumex's famous World Star video, decided to invest in him, and hooked him up.
Yo, some of these goddamn big executives be so evil though, but we know this already. Like they be seeing all this like ignorant shit going around. Like, hold on, wait. No. I could use this. I could make my money from him. Wait, keep on doing that. I like it.
Up with a bunch of
Hell
industry
no,
connections,
bro.
and even created a fake indie label
Hell
to
no.
sign Jumex under. I guess Brad thought he was a genius or something. And later on, this was confirmed when someone close to Brad explained that Brad was overconfident and he thought making Jumex a large artist was light work.
Met Mark Jumex because he saw the smoking video, and Brad is like a 40-year-old white guy, so he thinks he knows what's cool in rap, what's popping, he's really out of touch. And he saw the video of Jumex smoking, and thought he could make a profitable artist out of it. So he flew Jumex out to LA.
It didn't stop there though.
That's
Brad
crazy.
also got Jumex some pretty decent industry
Like these
connections.
old
For
ass
example,
niggas be
Jumex never
swearing
wrote a
to
song,
God
and
they
instead
like
they were
that
written by some
for
pretty
like
big names in the
rapping
industry.
shit.
Loner was
No.
written by I Love McConan. What's funny is Jumex knew he had no talent, so he would beg people to write him songs, and if you just read them, they're pretty embarrassing. Later, a genius.
Hold on,
interview
did he say
dropped,
the
and
N-word?
People were clowning on him heavily.
Did he say the N-word? Is he melanated? I mean, that's not even the biggest part about this, but like,
And after that, it didn't take
type
long for
shit.
fans to completely turn on Jumex. He got a ton of hate, and it was clear his career wouldn't go anywhere. He was dropped by the label and kicked to the curb. Except that wasn't the end of Jumex, so where is he now? After the fiasco of his industry planish career, he did a ton of messed up stuff that basically guaranteed he would never have a career in the music industry. However, even before he was dropped by his label, Jumex did some other questionable
What
acts.
was he
tried to be
doing, my
friends
nigga?
with Billie Eilish, or to better describe it, pretended to be friends with Billie Eilish by posting a picture of them at a fam meetup, pretending they were friends. He was also still part of a collective with his high school friends and decided to abuse the copyright system and copyright strike all of his old friends' music, and hacked into the old group's clothing brand on Instagram and attempted to rebrand it as his. Finally, he doxed all of those ex-friends on Snapchat and threatened to do it again. Yeah, this guy was not...
For what? What did his friends do? What did his friends do? So like after the world turned on him, he just crashed out on his friends. My nigga, what did they do?
Not a great person. But Jumex wasn't done with the shenanigans. In 2020, Jumex started beefing with Lil Xan. At this point, both their careers were completely down the drain. But Lil Xan was actually someone at one point. Jumex blocked Lil Xan, and Xan went on a rant, writing, "Lol, I put so many people onto Jumex, and now he just blocked me. I was trying to help him get more."
Why would you even care about this? Why would you care about him blocking you, though? Y'all literally just made this beef up for no reason.
Exposure. I'm not going to read the rest, but he was mad. At this point, the label was totally done with Jumex, and he was barred from releasing music under his name. And Jumex was left with nothing. His old friends were no longer friends because Jumex doxed him. He had no shot in the industry anymore, and everyone knew he was an industry plant. Kind of sad because he probably was left with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. So at this point, you probably noticed a couple.
So like, where is he now though? Like, what is he doing? Does he have a 9-to-5? Like, what the fuck?
Jumex and Baby Goth tried to wear depression as a brand, like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm mentally ill, etc. But no one who's actually depressed would do that. And most of all, they didn't really have any talent. And the one that did succeed, the Kid Laroi, did.
Hell yeah. I mean, we kind of seen that from the video, bro. But like, damn. So basically, all in all, emo rap is corny as fuck, and that's it. Emo rap is corny as fuck, and that's it. That's it.